Hi, I am Rahul Mishra and I come from New Delhi. I'm a fashion designer and this is my second season at Paris Fashion Week. If you make your hobby a profession, there will be no single working in life. And I never wanted to work. I always wanted to get into fashion or a field of art or humanity. There was one prize where Marangoni was one of the partners. It was launched in India. It's called Talent Hunt Contest, which was supported by Indo-Italian Chamber of Commerce. And I participated and I ended up winning it. So first prize was the best prize. Was scholarship to study in Marangoni. And somehow that was the time when I actually realized that I have got a serious opportunity in my life. So from that moment, things started happening for me. From that moment when I reached Milano, when I started studying Marangoni, that is where I started discovering myself. I remember my first season, first class, where I spoke to my teacher. I showed her my earlier work and she was a big supporter for that, which was craft and handmade oriented. So somehow that gave me a lot of confidence that I can go back to India and work from there and create a universe of my own. I was so lucky and so happy that I could get the scholarship to study over there. It was a wonderful time. I think one of the best times of my life. When I came back to Milan as a participant for finalist for the International Woolmark Prize, and I was competing with likes of designers like Siblings from London, Joseph Altuzarra from US. Nobody would have ever thought that one Indian designer would come and win it. And I was first non-European ever to get the prize. Somehow, because it was happening in Milan, and I've been very lucky with the city, I think I could get the prize. Because of this prize win, I could easily get into schedule of Paris Fashion Week, which was very difficult because I never had any international experience before that. I was just doing shows in India. It validated my work. It gave me that strength that fine, I can represent a different side of my country, probably a more colorless, elegant side of my country. And which is based on craftsmanship, which is based on employment, and something which is completely sustainable and organic. And at the result of this prize, I could supply to some of the best boutiques of the globe, some of the best stores like Colette Paris, or Denko Como Milano, or Harvey Nichols London, Saks Fifth Avenue New York, or David Jones Australia. Fashion has to be driven with a lot of emotion. Fashion has to have that strength which comes from within. Fashion to me is almost like a poetry, where you create fashion straight from heart. And for me, the most important thing in this century is how can you create fashion by following triple E philosophy. Triple E means first E stands for environment, then employment, then empowerment, where you take care of everything. So right kind of product can be created if you follow these principles, and probably more beautiful, and we can create this world a better place to live. And fashion has got this strength. Studying in multicultural background, like studying in Indian college, design college, then coming back to Italian fashion college, helped me a lot. So now when I go back, when I look at my craft, I see a larger potential for the globalized world. My simple philosophy is craft, which has sustained for last thousands of years, now is disappearing because of fast fashion. So fashion is in a way its biggest enemy of craft. And at the same time, I really believe that fashion is the only hope for craft. Fashion is the only solution for craft. Other craft is going to go down in museums and we will just be able to see it. that. What I do is I go back in past, I take those craft people, I use those techniques and create something which is completely effortless and functional for today's women. Couture is all about doing things with hand. I think craft is a right synonymous to couture. Craft is what makes life into a garment. That certain degree of imperfection which can only happen when you do things with hand. I think that is the beauty. One cannot take that thing from couture, that thing from craft. So craft is a kind of ideal marriage for haute couture, for the highest of fashion. For future, I'm looking at creating a very strong identity by using indigenous techniques of handmade, which kind of employs more and more people. My ultimate goal in life is when that day is going to come when I can employ more than 1 million people and give them job, give them work. And craft is not just about an occupation. Craft is almost like an art form, which doesn't just give craft person the money or earning. It makes him feel happy also of practicing the profession. It creates so much happiness. And when I say being a fashion designer, I think I am more responsible, more answerable to that community, which I can employ. Anything which is done by human hands has got life. Anything which is not mechanized has got life. Like you look around, perfect square or perfect form only exists in non-living things. All living things are imperfect. So for me, imperfection is a part of saying that there's life. So how can we leave those footprints of life into clothing, into the garments? So for me, next season will be more and more exploring these hand techniques and surprise everybody, surprise myself.